All right, Von Miller. Von Miller is out there stirring S up. So Von Miller was on social media yesterday, and he posted on his Instagram story, Chop, the Paul Wall song, They Don't Know, and it is an edit, like an Instagram edit of him in a Cowboys uniform, and he's got the emoji with the shh, quiet. And then he's got the, I don't know which one it is. When you see the emoji with the air rushing out of their nostrils, is that rushing out like sign, or do you think that's like breathing it in?
I would think it's rushing out. I don't think
I've always thought of it as like
I don't think you can see what breathes in.
And then he's got the emoji with the cowboy hat on. So it stirred up a bunch of stuff. And then you had Des Bryant, who was with Von Miller at the World Cup, watching some football recently.
Right.
And Des Bryant had quote tweeted it with like the wide eye emoji and then the shh emoji. And it's got a lot of people stirred up, and it's got a lot of people asking, what's going on here? Are we getting an actual like level of interest from the Cowboys? Are the Cowboys actually going to potentially pursue Von Miller? Are we on the precipice of him entering in here ahead of training camp? Like they realize their edge rushers aren't set and they want some extra help from a veteran, a Hall of Famer? Or is this a guy just screwing with people, trying to get some attention, like we have seen from players? We have seen several older veterans in the past connect themselves to the Cowboys just to get some chatter going.
I got to be honest. I don't care if he, what, you know, like.
You don't care about what? If he's going to be on this team, or you don't care about.
Like this, following the social media tea leaves, if he's going to be on this team. He's 37 years old.
It's not even tea leaves, though. He's legitimately, he's almost directly saying he's coming.
I mean, I'm an ageist, right? We're ageists in football. I don't need 37 years old here.
And 37 now. To be fair with Von Miller, he's somebody who
he plays what? He'll play one down a series.
So he's had some, as is the case with a lot of edge rushers, you decline starting around 32.
Yeah.
Like really is when the big decline comes. He had been pretty effective for Buffalo after he got traded there after he signed there after leaving the Rams. But he had in 2023 when Dallas had played them last, he had 0 sacks the entire season. He had 3 quarterback hits. And it was like, all right, dude's done. And then in the last couple of years, bounced back a little bit. 2024 for Buffalo, he had 6 sacks. And then last year, he managed to get 9 for Dan Quinn's defense. Now, we also saw what happened when you brought Dante Fowler in. He wasn't able to replicate what he had done within that defense. So maybe it's just a little bit more optimized for him. I don't remember thinking very much of Von Miller when I did some of the Washington study this season. Like he didn't pop to me. Now, his PFF grade was 64.4.
Has there been any chatter? I look at it like this. Has there been any chatter among the good teams for him?
There's been no chatter, period.
Right. So that's a no. Good teams
but to be fair, Clowney was that way too, and then Clowney came in here and played well.
Yeah, but like Clowney has that reputation where like no, I don't think anybody even bothers to talk to him until like that counter turns like mid-August.
But I think after the Carolina stint, people thought he was done.
Oh.
Like in terms of they thought he's not a very good player anymore.
Yeah, Clowney was fine. There was nothing wrong with Clowney
Best
last year.
pass rusher probably.
For the team last year? Yeah, probably. Yeah, so like my view on that is like I would follow who are the teams that are on the cusp of winning.
And let us know on the fan text if you would be interested in Von Miller, 877-881-1053, 877-881-1053, or on the Twitch and the YouTube.
So a team like Buffalo, who just had him in the building.
A couple of years ago, yeah, because it was Washington last year.
But pretty recently. You know, if they're not interested in him, that would tell me I shouldn't be interested in him either. Because they just had him a little bit ago. And they're closer to winning than we are. Seattle, the Rams, Green Bay, Detroit, Philadelphia, Tampa, the Chiefs, teams that are good, Baltimore. If none of those teams are talking to him or have even, and I don't even want to say talk to him, even had any reports.
But to be fair, where Dallas is at, right? Mm-hmm. Like where Dallas is right now, how we all view their pass rush, wouldn't you just say like worth a dice roll?
Yeah, I mean, sure, worth a dice roll. I just like, and it's too late now to find anybody that is going to be, worth, like that is going to be game changing anyway. So you're getting depth. That's fine. But if you're going to bring him in here, you know it's going to happen when somebody of his status comes into a place. People are going to think, oh well, we're getting a name. You're not getting a name. You're getting an old man.
Yeah, I mean, that may be all you're getting is a name. Just because it's like, it's a reputation, and reputations can be dangerous things. They also, like we said, they can cover you in some instances. Like you can bounce back a little bit. Over on the YouTube, we've got Will B NSFA 9092 says, I immediately thought of his age when Bobby mentioned Von Miller. I agree with Choppy, and they said I would rather get Crosby for the correct price. Which Crosby just was on that edge rushers list the other day we were talking about, where he essentially tied for the third best edge rusher in football, even after all of his questions. Now you got to see if the Raiders at any point would want to make any sort of a move. But the question being, is he ready to go? And then the fan text feels very much unanimous that they'll pass on Von Miller. 443, Miller's washed. 214, no, let Von come home to Denver and retire. He's nowhere near what he was. Go get Max from the 214. 469, Clowney over Miller. So fan text feels pretty confident that you don't bring in Von Miller. The question to me of, is it real interest? Like, is he really close? Because talking to people yesterday, it did not sound like there was anything going on. It just sounded kind of like he was fishing. But I was like, all right, well, are you fishing for real interest, or is there another reason? I'm not going to play this whole clip. It is long as hell. But I think it shows you where Von Miller's head is at right now and why we could ultimately probably rule this out. I'll tell you when to stop this clip, Peyton. But this is R.J. Ochoa, good buddy of mine, who I've known for years and years. R.J. Ochoa from Blogging the Boys was talking with Von Miller on Monday. How convenient is that, Choppy? Monday he's talking to Von Miller, R.J. Ochoa is. Mm-hmm. And it was part of a promotional thing that he's doing with Raising Cane's. And, whenever you do one of those interviews...
Disappointed in Von for that.
Why?
He's an Aggie.
Oh, he should do Lanes? Yeah. Lanes is an Aggie's product.
Yeah. They're the original, I think.
I think they are a little bit ahead of Raising Cane's. Both of them are good, though. I like both of them. But Von Miller in this interview, you tell me if this sounds like a dude who's interested in football, because R.J. Ochoa asked him, hey, have you ever thought about playing for the Cowboys? This was a couple days ago. And he asked him if he's ever thought of playing for the Cowboys. And you tell me if this sounds like a guy who's got his mind on football or a guy who's got his mind on promoing.
And I would not be doing my job as a professional if I didn't say, hey, Von, do you want to play for the Dallas Cowboys? Because you've always kind of been linked. That's always just been, maybe that's something you have fun with. Maybe it's just the media doing our job. But what is that to you? Is it a real thing? Is it just kind of a fun thing you talk about with friends and family?
Man, you know what? It would be great to be a Dallas Cowboy. Raising Cane's is a sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. It's great to have an owner and founder like Ty Graves to invest, in the future generation of football. Todd has become, a great friend of mine. We had a ton of fun, working together this year. We went to the Kentucky Derby, F1. We went to the Croatia World Cup where they played England. Ty had a suite at Cowboy Stadium. It was amazing. He always brings, people together, and, it's always great to have great experiences like that with Todd and all of the interesting people that he brings around. He's been amazing.
Okay, that's enough.
Wow.
He gets asked about, would you play for the Yeah, that'd be amazing. Let me tell you about the Raising Cane's founder.
The owner.
The Raising Cane's is doing some great things for football. And it's like, okay, all right. So you are clearly here for some Raising Cane's, which that's great. Cane sauce is awesome. But it's just, it seems to me very much like we're just stirring some things up here.
That's it.
As he very clearly just got lost down a Raising Cane's rabbit hole with his answer.
I don't know the bigger. Well, I do know the bigger. The two silly seasons in the NFL are from about, I would say, the Thursday after the Super Bowl until the start of free agency. Right? Mm-hmm. That gap. Right, where you got,
that's where you get silliness. There's also real stuff in there, but yeah, you gotta sift it, you gotta sort it out.
You get the media's dying for content.
Yep.
The combine doesn't really give you anything. It's like,
oh, combine's awesome. Stop.
It's fun to be there, but like
we get lots of buzz.
But it's all it's underwear. It's underwear Olympics.
Oh, that aspect. I was like the chatter around the city is valuable.
Chatter. But you can't write about a lot of that chatter.
You can't run with it. You gotta glean what's real and what's not.
And then this time of year, the 5 weeks between mini camp and training camp.
This is people get restless.
Yeah.
This is the only dead period that really exists in football.
And it's because these websites and these TV shows are 24/7. So these NFL guys have got to come up with they need 10 articles a day. They have their rules they've got to hit, and you get stuff like this where you ask Vaughn about coming to the Cowboys, and he talks about chicken sandwiches.